Everybody. First of all, we got Braxton Dill with Coach Hauk and Lucas Johnson and Nick Osmo. We broke a school record today for first downs, 37 first downs in the game. Second most yards of offense in school history. And Nick Osmo, the sixth most rushing yards in a game in school history. So, Coach Hauk, great day by the Grizz. Your initial thoughts, and they'll open up to questions.
Well, obviously it's a great team win. Thought we played well on both sides of the ball, and in the kicking game it was a dominating effort by our team. I got a lot of admiration for the guys in our locker room, how they are willing to invest and prepare and go play to win like they've done every week over the last month, and it was good to see us come out with more points than the other team on the scoreboard.
Questions?
Coach, what allowed the run game to be so effective for you guys today?
That's hard to say. I mean, we were getting their guys covered up. We were creating movement. I thought all of our running backs, in particular Nick, and I know you guys will have some questions for him, but in particular Nick, ran really hard. They broke tackles. They ran over people. They finished runs moving forward. Obviously, when that happens, the guys up front are doing a great job. The guy to my left is probably getting us into some of the right checks based on what he's seeing pre-snap, and it clicked pretty well. So what did we end up with, 412? I mean, that's a lot of rushing yards.
Hard to pinpoint just a quick start because you scored 57 points, but you had 14 before the snow really started coming down. How important do you think that was? What was the key to the quick start?
We're typically a pretty fast starting team. We got a good kickoff coverage and a good stop on defense. Obviously, we were after them on defense, which allowed some pretty good field position in those two drives. And I thought Lucas was very much on point. I thought everybody was on the we were aggressive on all three phases, and our offense came out and was really aggressive at the point of attack and moved people, and that opens up everything.
Lucas, it seems like you guys have had so much success when you do get out to a quick start. How are you guys able to do it today? I think that's like the fifth time when you're the starting quarterback, you're up 14-0.
Yeah, I mean, we preach trying to get out and have a quick start. And I think everybody came in ready to work today. I mean, the line, the receivers, the running backs, everybody's ready to do their job today. And, it shows when we can get out there and we execute really fast.
Yes, Lucas, I'm curious, being a Southern California kid and Georgia Tech, if you played in snow before, just what that experience was like.
It was awesome. I mean, it was my first time really playing in snow, but I thought it was cool. I had a lot of fun. I'm Montana tough now, so I was out there no sleeves, and I was proud of myself for that. So, but yeah, it was really cool to play in that type of environment with all my guys, and it was a really cool experience.
And I know you're out a game and a half or so. How were you feeling heading into the game, and how did you feel once the game started? Did it feel like a first start at the start of the year, or did you feel like you came in picking up where you had left off before?
Yeah, I mean, I felt good. I felt good to be out there with my guys again. Sometimes you go through speed bumps, but this team's all about bouncing back from adversity, and that's what we showed tonight.
Yeah, Lucas answered it, but for the other players, like when the snow starts coming down, like how fun was that? What was that like?
It's my first time playing in snow. I thought it was pretty cool. Just
Braxton's from Anaconda. He can answer it.
Yeah, I've been wanting.
He does it in September.
I've been wanting to play in a game like that ever since I've been 10, watching the App State playoff game. So, defense, we were looking at the weather and we were hoping it was going to snow like that. And I mean, it was a dream come true out there. We were flying around, and being on that side of the ball, you want that weather. So it was fun out there.
Nick, when it starts snowing like that, and I know you like getting kind of north and south, how much did that kind of feel like it kind of fit into your style, and you can kind of put your head down and just go at people?
Yeah, it kind of fit with my game pretty well. Just being able to run downhill, and that's what I normally do. So it was pretty easy. And when there's big holes open, and it's pretty easy to just kind of run.
Coach, I wanted to ask, there was a timeout early in the game, right before the interception, and you went out there and you looked like you were talking some coverage stuff right during that timeout. Next play, you get the pick. Kind of just walk me through that sequence there.
Well, we were really talking about some of the empty stuff we were going to, and we were messing around with that plan a little bit. It's not generally productive to mess around with it within a drive, but we were doing that, and we just talked through some of the angles and some of the things we were doing and where we wanted the droppers that were showing rush and coming out where we wanted them, and it worked out. It was a nice play by Marcus, certainly. I thought there'd be more turnovers tonight than there were, frankly.
Coach, you mentioned just your admiration for this group. Did you notice anything more sharp in terms of the preparation this week, or how did it go this week? And did you see the sort of performance like this coming?
Well, I'll go back to front on that if you don't mind. I did see this performance coming. We were fired up this morning at our walkthrough, and all week in practice. But we've had excellent prep every week with this. They don't know any different. They prepare every week. They play their tails off. And I kind of admired them because we had lost 3 in a row, in a group that wants to go out and prepare like that, coming off of some really, really difficult circumstance. I'll just go back to what I said before. I admire them.
And Braxton, just getting a win after the last month, it must feel good for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Coach said, the guys in the locker room, we love each other, and all you can do is flush the last game and prepare and try to get the win in whoever they put in front of you.
Coach, you mentioned some of the pre-snap stuff that Lucas can do. I mean, how much does that help diversify your offensive attack?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really diversify the attack, but when a guy sees things and is seeing things clearly, then it allows you to maybe get into some better plays. And I mean, you all watch the NFL guys. They're checking and they're killing stuff and they're going opposite and they're checking different pass game. And a quarterback that can check both run and pass game is a huge advantage.
Lucas, in your mind, what was the key to the run game today?
I think it all started up front. Our big boys up front freaking worked their butts off today. I mean, they were opening holes for Nick and all the running backs to, have a field day. So I think it really all starts with them, and I think they deserve a lot of the credit.
Nick was special today, by the way. That was as good a performance as I've seen here since Chase Reynolds did it in the snow against App State for about, 18 more yards than that, maybe? My memory is correct. That's for you, Taves, right?
You got it.
We can talk about it tomorrow, Kyle. That'd be
Yeah,
good.
sounds great. Nick, just to follow up on that, it seemed like you were just getting stronger as the game was going. Like, could you notice that? Could you feel that? Like, even as the game was going, the snow was falling, you were just getting better and better as the game was going?
I think it was a lot of kind of tiring out the defense, so just maintaining what we were doing and just be able to kind of tire them out and be able to break more tackles and get more push on the offensive line and just open up bigger holes and get more yards.
Lucas, just how much did that open up the game for you guys? You've had a couple of games this year where the rushing has been really, really good. So even in a game like today where the weather's kind of a factor, how much did that open things up for you guys just as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice when you can lean on a run game, and when Nick's having the day he had, I mean, it's real easy when you can hand the ball off and know he's going to go for about 10 yards a pop. So, it makes you relax, and, everybody around you is, doing their job. So it makes it a lot easier.
Then Braxton, I think it was their third play on offense. They had kind of a big chunk play to get in your guys' territory, but then you guys locked down. Governor had the sack to force a punt. Yeah. How quickly did you feel this group settle in? Like you mentioned earlier, you guys were pretty fired up to come out and play.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach always talks about, they're going to make plays, and we just got to move on to the next play. So when they got that long gain, first down, all you got to do is just move on. And, after that, Gov got the sack, and we got off the field.
Braxton, you said you guys were hoping it would snow. I
Yeah.
doubt that Cal Poly was probably hoping it would snow. Could you tell that they were kind of like uncomfortable with it? Did they say anything in the game about the snow or anything like that?
They didn't say anything, but I mean, we always say they have cold hands and they're from California, and you know. But
He's Montana now. He just said it.
but no, they didn't. They weren't saying anything like that. I think they wanted to get on the plane and get back home. Quite frankly.
Nick, I wanted to ask you about your second touchdown. Not even the run, although it was a great run, but just being able to celebrate in the corner of the end zone, and you must have been pretty tired by then. Just what was that feeling like?
That was cool. Just getting in the end zone and be able to celebrate with my teammates. I was pretty tired at that point, but I was just happy to celebrate with my teammates and just the guys that we're with every day. It's cool to be in the end zone and celebrating with them.
That it? Thanks, everyone.
Everybody have a good night.